Okay. Wow. What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. I'm the middle-aged gamer and this is the VFC HK45. This is a full metal slide with quite a lot of improvements over its predecessor from KWA. So without further ado, let's have a look. We can tell straight away that this was actually tested. This was purchased from Fire Support during their last sale that they ever did, which is kind of cool. Now, as you can see, your gun comes in a lovely poly bag just to keep everything, I would say, oiled up and stop it from all drying out while it's in storage. So we'll yeet that one away. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, mag out, mag safe. Okay, so there's your gun. Obviously, you get your instruction manual and how-to warnings and so on, as well as a little baggie with your spare back strap, which is an M, and your hop adjustment tool. And it's not what you'd think. You don't really need it. But with that being said, let's move that out of the way a bit. Get this all closed up. Okay. So, as you can see, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. This is the civilian model, so it features really nice HK rear sight with the 3 dots. So it's easy target acquisition there. You get a fully ambi, so on both sides for slide, stop, release, the safe, fire and decock, which on the KWA you didn't. You get a lovely steel trigger, ambi mag release, which is really good. And like I say, this whole gun really feels amazing. You can rack it up. Now, it does feature the lovely banded front bushing there, which helps keep the barrel completely rigid. It doesn't move. And like I say, everything is really nice. You've got the lovely Picatinny. Now let's take a look at the trades. You get the HK45 on that side and on the other side. So they didn't even scrimp on the printing of this. This is quite good. And like I say, the polymer of this feels so sturdy. You know? And like I say, you got a lovely feeling. This is like polymer coated levers here with a steel shaft going through it. As you can see, it clearly says S, up for safe, down for fire, down again for decock, which will work. Now, you get your nice metal mag, Jose slide stop and mag release. But let's have a look at the rest of the slides. I've heard some people say, oh, well, it doesn't feature like the Bundeswehr. Well, really, if it's made in America, which the HK45 is an American designed gun for HK, so you've got your 45 auto and your HK45. Now, normally there would be the American proofing here, which should sort of like be stamped in, but obviously that's missing, this being airsoft. You do, however, get your unique serial number, which is printed on there, and if I'm right, there should be your HK45 auto, your H&K nice white markings there, and you get the usual airsoft bit there, which should state, let's see if we can get that in frame, Heckler and Koch. Bring it up for you. Yep, there you go. Oh, come on. There it is. Heckler and Koch group, and then you've got your caliber 6mm and your official proof marking there. So, with that being said, let's have a look. You know, it's really good. You know, feels really good. I like the full metal slide. You can feel the weight. Now, obviously, if you put your mag in, there is gas in this mag. I know that. Now, on a empty, I was going to say on a full mag, even though you just insert it, the gun does not fire. You have to cock it to fire, and you've got your decock there on up for safe, so you can carry it like that. Or you can, like I say, cocked and locked, safe, down, fire. And I love the lock back on this. Now, before we disassemble it, let's take this outside and have a chronograph. Okay, we're using 0.2 gram PBs and green gas, and it's 0 degrees out here. It's bloody freezing. So let's see what we can do. Let's spam it. Yeah, ooh, look at the camera. That's not bad. Okay, we've got the target set up now, and what I'm going to do is take it back to about 7 meters and then to 10 meters. So I'll fire 3 at 7 meters, and then I'll fire another 3 at 10 meters and see what the grouping size we get. Okay, as I say, it's 0 degrees outside today. It's lovely and cold. I love the winter. So let's do it. Holy crap, that is really good. Okay, so now that we've done the chronograph test, and I'm still surprised it's 0 degrees outside, and it's gone through 2 full mags of BBs and 1 charge of gas, which is great, and it's still got lots left. But yeah, so as we get to that, let's make the gun safer now. As I forgot to do in the intro, I will show you how to adjust the hop. With the slide back, it doesn't matter whether it's back or forward. You take your key and you fit it down here until you get to the bottom there, and then you can just turn. You turn clockwise and you will get it to go add hop, anti-clockwise to remove the hop. It's that simple. You can actually get your fingers in there and do it with a slide back, not a problem. Otherwise, just lock it forward like that. It does look good though, doesn't it? So yeah, so with that saying, let's move the magazine out of the way. Let's have a look. So if we lock the slide in, open it back, and then we push it to here, we can pop the internals, take that pin, and remove. Now, I've got my little magnet here. Let's start with the lower, shall we? Okay, your transfer bar, steel. Your sear at the safety and the striker, steel, steel. Your hammer is steel. Although it does have a little insert here, the knurling bit, the spur bit here, is a aluminum piece that's been, I would say, welded on. I don't know if I can get that on the camera as well. But there is just a slight, where the knurling is, that's aluminum, but the rest of the hammer, all the important parts and structural bits are steel. I don't know why they did that composite, but they did. The pin for the safety, all steel, that actually engages all this options. So yeah, the part that allows you to lock on, all this is steel, the side is steel, all this bit is steel, which is great, and I can't believe the trigger itself is steel. So yeah, they've copied the KWA striker hammer system from their USPs, from the actual KWA version, which is no longer in production. But like you can see, they've made it fully ambi, whereas the KWA was right hand only. So yeah, now if we move that out of the way, and here's your slide. Now you've got your slide hop adjust here. Now you can take this out. I'm not going to because it's a bit of a faff. Bugger it. Let's try it. Let's see if we can get it done quicker this time, shall we? So to do that, you just literally, like I say, pull that forward here, grab hold of the guide rod, and then with this, just work that to the rear. Once you've done that, you can grab hold of the front here, let it come all the way back and out. Okay, you have a nice big bushing. That is nylon fiber. It will actually last you. I've had over 2,000 shots through this now, and it's not going to work. It does have a rubber absorption here, steel end plates, and that's a steel pin. Just to prove, like I say, steel. Where it needs to be steel, it's steel. From there, we can pull out the outer barrel assembly. As you can see, there's no seam lines. This is a full metal outer barrel, and the inner barrel is literally tight fitted in there. It's, like I say, it's really good, the quality of the actual work that's been gone into this. Now, as you can see, this is the hop system here, this wheel, and it engages into this little weird half circle shape, and that's how you would adjust the hop. Okay, so you just have to align that correctly when you put it back, which is going to be a faff. You'll see in a second, and away you go. Now, as for this, the slide is full aluminum along with all the screws and pins, except for the extractor. The extractor is a steel extractor on this thing, which is really cool. But the nozzle is really free moving. Everything runs nice and smoothly. And yes, my hands get very dirty on this because it's very nicely lubed up. And I haven't cleaned it in a long time, but hey. So to reassemble, put that back in there. Now, here's the fun bit. Just to help you at the start, you need to just pull that back a little bit to help feed that in. Once you get the actual guide rod to go through that front hole up ahead, you can let it go a little bit and then start to work on here. Now what you want to do is line it up. Now, if I remember rightly, I had this just off. Come on, oh, wrong way around. That's the right way. Come on, there we go. There it is. Come on, there we go. Put it into the hole. I always make everything worse than what it should be. But anyway, if we get a key, this will help you. There it goes. Help you find the location. A nice little quick tip. Another reason why you've got the key. Okay, and there she is. The whole thing is reassembled and ready to go. And if you're asking the question, the cross pin is not. That's aluminum. Okay, so yeah, let's reassemble this gun. Okay, so to reassemble, just roll it onto the rails, slide it to the back, pull it so that the notches align, grab your cross pin and drop it in. Stroke, slide release. Okay, mag in. Yep. And that is the HK45 civilian model from VFC. They have just released the tactical variant, and the literal only difference is a threaded barrel. You can buy that for $12.99 online and get it sent over for about $5 shipping. It's not that hard. Magazines are absolutely amazing. That's one thing I do love about this gun. If I grab one of the magazines here, the mags are massive. They actually feel a little bit bigger. They're more realistic than the TM ones. There's no rattle. The actual finish on the magazines are great because they're nice and blacked. They're not like the metal that TM use that goes from being black to brown over time. Even though it's not rust, it just naturally does that. You know, and they do hold quite a lot of BBs. I think it's 28 BBs in total. So yes, you can run it as a primary, no problem. And like I say, it's the usual VFC quality. If you're looking for a HK45 that's got the close to the real thing as you're going to get with metal slides, steel parts, etc., this is going to be your option. It is absolutely bloody fantastic. Like I say, I've been running this now for about 6-7 months, and she's had over 2,000 rounds through it. I've lost 0% on the accuracy from the BB hot adjustment, and that's always been on. I've not had to adjust it once since I've bought the gun and set it in the original, you know, sort of thing. It's been handling that all day long. 0.2s, 0.25s, it pretty much hops them equally regardless. So yeah, Do I advise you get one? Of course I do. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I normally run it, as you can tell, with a little Surefire light on there. And yes, it's really good. And like I say, it's very durable. And I would say, yeah, if you've got some spare cash lying around, you're looking for a pistol, and you like the HK45, jump on the VFC one. It's a massive improvement on the KWA and the Tokyo Marui. Maruis are really good. They've been on the market now for multiple years. But the polymer slide puts people off, etc. And there people are looking for a metal slide. This is the one to go for. At $149.99, new, out the box, brand new. This is an amazing piece of kit and well worth it. Being fully ambidextrous, it doesn't limit you on whether you're lefty or righty, etc. It is just absolutely phenomenal. So with that being said, if you've got this far in the video, please leave a like, comment, and please consider subscribing. If you like the content we do here, whether it's airsoft or video game related, you know, you're not going to be, how to say, unhappy. You're going to love it. There's so much coming down in the next 12 months in the pipeline that we've got done. Whether it's the new Resident Evil, if that hopefully should be arriving in March, or other rifles and so on coming up. So, yeah, like I say, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out. I don't want to be one of those that harp on about it. So if it seems like I'm... I apologize, but it really does help the channel being a subscriber to it, as YouTube don't like guns or anything related to firearms or anything like that. Even violent video games are starting to see, how to say, subscribers being knocked off their platform that have been there for a long time, etc. They purge them out, so yeah, or demonetize them. So if you can do that, that would be great. You'd be helping this channel out a lot, and you get a huge thank you from me. So with that being said, I've been the Middle Aged Gamer. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and I'll see you in the next one.